More now on our top story. Depending on the outcome of the U.S. Supreme Court's decision on Roe versus Wade, Missouri could be one of the most impacted states.
Our Missouri News Bureau Chief Emily Manley continues our live team coverage tonight with how a law passed back in 2019 could mean abortions would be illegal in the Show Me State. Emily.
Yeah, Vic, that's right. 3 years ago, the General Assembly passed a bill that would ban abortions after 8 weeks. Well, a day before that was set to go into effect, it was blocked by a federal judge. In that law, though, there's a provision. It's called a trigger law, which means that women could possibly lose all access to have an abortion. After a draft opinion to overturn Roe versus Wade was leaked Monday night.
I had to take a minute, read through it, and let it sink in that this is actually happening.
Republican lawmakers see this as a win.
Getting the judicial policy right, putting more power back into the hands of the states, more power back into the hands of state voters. You know, that part's good.
Back in 2019, a bill signed by the governor would ban abortions after 8 weeks, the law not allowing exemptions for rape or incest survivors. It also includes a trigger law.
If Roe v. Wade is overturned and the power is given back to the state, that we are going to exercise that power and effectively eliminate abortions in the state of Missouri.
Meaning Missouri could make abortions illegal, but it's currently held up in court.
First, the courts would have to dismiss that lawsuit. Then the Attorney General or the governor could make their opinion or do a proclamation to overturn.
Attorney General Eric Schmidt said in a statement Tuesday, if Roe versus Wade is overturned, I'm prepared to immediately issue the opinion that would protect the unborn in Missouri. House Minority Leader Crystal Quaid said it's common for her constituents to drive to Illinois for women's health care.
The reality is if things stay the way that they are in Missouri, there's no telling if birth control is next.
Back in 2017, there were nearly 4,000 abortions in Missouri. Last year, there were 150.
It's not meant to be an anti-woman position. It's not meant to be anything other than I think that's when life begins, and so I want to protect that life.
Now, currently in Missouri, a woman can have an abortion up to 22 weeks. There are 11 Planned Parenthood facilities across the state, but the only one that offers abortions is in the St. Louis area. President of the healthcare provider says since it's still legal, they will continue to offer abortions in Missouri. Reporting live tonight from Missouri State Capitol Bureau in Jefferson City, I'm Emily Manley, Fox 2 News.